It's hard to believe we've already completed 93 boxes in this nickel hunt and fill series. This is going to be episode 58. We've got 2 boxes to hunt for my DFW area, boxes 94 and 95. And for those of you that are already caught up on this series, you know the mission. Hello everyone, welcome back to my channel. This is RobFindsTreasure with yet another nickel hunt and album fill episode. Like I said in the intro, for those of you already caught up, you know the mission. But if you're not caught up or you're new to the channel and haven't seen the progress we've made in the first 93 boxes or the first 57 episodes, please consider checking out my playlist linked both down below in the video description as well as pinned up here to get caught up on all the action before seeing where we're at. Now, for those of you who already know where we're at, you do know we only have 1 nickel left to find, the 50D key date nickel. Obviously, in my nickel hunts, we're still going to be looking for war nickels, which are made of 35% silver. We'll be looking for buffalo nickels. Fingers crossed for maybe another V nickel. It's been a while since we found one of those. And of course, any varieties, proof coins, foreign coins, you name it, other miscellaneous finds. I could use upgrades, of course. I could use stuff for the collection, but the mission is the 50D. We're hoping to get that 50D before box 100 or by box 100, but if not, you guys know, we'll just continue the series, I guess, because a lot of you said, keep going until you find it, Rob. Hopefully we find it today. Now, I've already popped the top of this first box to make sure I've got circulated nickels, and I do. And of course, these kinds of boxes have the holes in the bottom, and I saw they were circulated as well. Didn't see any nice enders in the holes, and I don't see any nice enders on the top of this one. This box looks a little bit more newer than this box as far as the end coins, so might not be that great of a box. That's why we're kicking off with it. I have high hopes for this box with the 7447 lucky stamp, like we've had luck in our half dollars with that same stamp. All right, enough talk. Let's get to hunting. I'll be using my nickel coin hunts mat today, and we'll be looking for that 50D. I'll bring you guys in if and when we have a first find in box 1 of the episode. Well, our first find of the box comes in roll number 8, and it's a transition year, 1942. Doesn't look silver war nickelish at all. If it is a war nickel, we'd have a big mint mark above the Monticello building, but telling by the tone, this is probably going to be a nickel. And it is a regular nickel, and there is no mint mark, so we can't even check for the D over horizontal D if it had a Denver mint mark adjacent to the Monticello building. Either way, though, it's good seeing these. I always keep all 42s I find, so we know this is a recent insert into circulation, and I'll take it. Or at least one in one of my boxes, I should say. First find, 42p, non-silver. Roll number 13 will provide us with our second find of the box. It's another 40s nickel, and it is a 1940 Denver in relatively decent shape. That's 2 finds only in the box's first 13 rolls, both from the 40s. While staying with the theme of not finding much except for older Jeffersons, we now have our oldest find of the box. Look at this, a 1939. If there's a mint mark, it's a key date. If not, we'll check it for the DDR, or double die reverse. No mint mark, so it's not a key date. But we'll scope it anyway, see if we possibly have the DDR, which you would see on 5 cents, and Monticello, which we do not see. So just a 39p, but always nice seeing it, and our oldest nickel, like I said earlier. We're on roll number 23, and we have 2 finds in the same year because I can see them both. A 1940 San Francisco, and a 1940 back here, Denver. Roll number 35. We've got, I believe, a 1949. We do. Minted in Denver. So we'll just quickly check it for that D over S over mint mark, which I do not see. Still, another find from the 40s. And that's good. Well, I hate being right. I said at the onset this box didn't look very good. And honestly, it wasn't very good for total finds. We have finished the box, 50 rolls. Only 11 finds on the board, although I'll take a 1939. And of course, a transition year 42 is always nice as well. Oddly enough, I always see a lot of 64s in my boxes. And in this box, there was a lot of 62s. I kept the best of the 62s I saw. None of them were as nice as this, of course. I would have kept them as well. And there actually is a decent amount of steps for a 62p. Now, that's not full steps. It doesn't have 5 or 6. It has 4. But still pretty nice seeing a great 62. Don't know if we need it as an upgrade, but I pulled it aside just in case. Box 1 down. Let me slide over box 2. We'll do a live opening next on it. All right, I said that this box from the holes in the bottom looked circulated and looked like it might be slightly better than the last box. I hope that it is, because that was not the greatest box to start off this video with. Let's see if we have any fancy schmancy enders. Well, I don't see anything screaming awesome, but I do see a lot of older Jefferson Nickels and no war nickel enders and no buffalo enders. All right, let's kick off roll 51 of the hunt, and I'll bring you in with a find. Roll number 52, second of this second box. We have a 1940 Philadelphia Jefferson nickel. Already 4 of those. Roll number 56, and it's already a better box because in this roll, as I slid it down, we exposed a buffalo nickel. Looks pretty slick, so probably dateless and probably mint markless. I'll have to check that in a second. Yeah, that's as slick as they get. Let's see if there's a mint mark on there. I can't see one for sure, but there might be one. Let's use Nicodate and see what it is. Okay, we've used our trusty Nicodate. I always have the link to my Nicodate down below in the video description if you're interested in it. It does help bring up the dates in buffalo nickels, and I think you'll be able to see this. It's a 1916. I did scope it. It is not the DDO, so it's a 1916, and I actually Nicodated the reverse. No mint mark. 1916 Philadelphia. Would be probably about a $6 nickel in G4, but at only 20% of the value, we're looking at about $1 at best now that it's been Nicodated, but probably would have been 50 cents had I not Nicodated it. So we doubled our value using Nicodate to make sure we had a dated buffalo nickel. We'll take it. 56 rolls in. Now we have a buffalo, maybe a better box. Roll 59, another 40s find. 1948. That is a 48S, I believe. There is an S mint mark with some damage. And let's confirm it's a 48. And it is. A 1948 Jefferson nickel is actually a semi-key date Jefferson nickel. Not by a lot, doesn't have a lot of value, especially in this circulated condition, but still a better find. Definitely will take that and add it to the collection. Been a while since we had a better date nickel in our boxes. Well, roll 21 will be another dandy. And ironically, in the beginning of the roll, I found this, I guess, boarding pass. Your boarding, I think. And I thought, hey, maybe this box is getting ready to take off. Well, just a few coins later, look what we have. Another buffalo nickel. And this one is going to have a mint mark, and I think it's a Denver. No, it's a San Francisco mint mark. San Francisco mint mark. We'll take that. Let's see if it has a legible date. And I think it will. I think that's going to be a 1928S. 1928S is not a key date or a semi-key date year, but a 28S, if it rings a bell, might be a better date. Slightly better date. Let me double check, and I'll come back with some thoughts. All right, it rang a bell for a reason, but not because it's really a better date. In the higher grades, AU or more, it fetches north of $75, and in mint state, it can reach a couple of hundred, if not more than that. Either way, you can tell by the horn on the back that it's almost worn flat. So this is between that G4 and maybe VG8 if we're really lucky range, which puts it about a $2 coin. I'll take it. A San Francisco minted buffalo nickel. It's been a while since I've seen one of these, and at least it has a date and didn't need to be Nicodated. 2 buffalo nickels in 21 rolls. Definitely a good box so far. And it's ready to take off. Roll 73 of the 100 roll hunt, and we're going to have another 1948 nickel, and this one's going to be Philadelphia. And I believe I caught a glimpse of a 50s nickel back here. Yeah, 1956 Philadelphia. Roll 74, a 1947 nickel from Philly. Roll 77, and we have our first foreign find. It's going to be a Canadian nickel, 1998. Well, we're on roll 82, and I'm going to lose 4 cents because I can already see that we have a penny, I believe, unless it's a foreign sitting in here. And it's going to be a Zinken, 2002 Denver. Lost 4 cents. Roll number 86, a 1941 nickel. Our first of the 2 boxes, 41 Philly. Roll number 91, and we've got another 1939 nickel. And judging by its condition, it's probably not going to be a key date, but we'll flip it and check. And it's not. Let's just double check for that potential DDR. And I always look at the E's on 5 cents first because they are the telltale sign. And even though there's some damage on them, I'm not quite seeing what I need to see. So we'll just double check it with Monticello. And yeah, no doubling on this coin. Just another 1939 Philly, but our second to go along with 2 Buffaloes. Roll number 92, another 1940. Minted in Philly. Roll number 96 will give us another 1949 Jefferson nickel from Philly. Roll number 99, and we have a really nice older Jefferson nickel right here. Take a look at this as it lays. That is a beautiful 1940. Hopefully, there's a mint mark on it. Doesn't make it anything more special, but it'd be nice to see a mint mark on such a beautiful find as that. And there is. And that's a Denver mint. We'll check the mint and the steps. Denver mint. And man, that is close to almost being full steps. A little softness right here. Otherwise, we'd have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 lines defined, 6 steps. But I don't think we're going to get that too much separation here. So not full steps, but still a very nice 1940D. And I don't know if we need an upgrade on this year, but man, that might be an upgrader. Holy cow, that's a beauty. We're going to put it up top and finish this last roll and a half. Well, we finished that second box, and it was definitely a better second box as I expected. Total of 14 finds in the 50s, 12 in the 40s, including that beauty. We got 2 in the 30s and a couple of Buffaloes with the Canadian. So that's 14 and 12 is 26, 27, 28, 29, 30, 31 finds. That means 20 in box 2, right where I like to find 20 to 25 finds in every box. I don't think we're going to have any upgrades for the album necessarily. I have a few beauties pull aside, plus that 40D. But outside of that, unless those upgrade, we probably won't have any upgrades. And likely, well, not even likely, we didn't find a 50D, so no additions. Let me go ahead and check the album. I'll bring it back and let you know if we have anything to talk about. Well, I've combed through the finds, and believe it or not, no additions and no upgrades. Look at the 40D we already had in the album. I mean, that thing is perfection with some toning. So even though we found another beauty, it actually failed to upgrade the one we already had. Obviously, none of the other stuff upgraded, but at the end of the day, we did score a couple of 39s, a 42, a 48S better date, a really nice mint state 40D, a couple of Buffaloes, one a 16P, and the other one a 1928S with a date, and I'll take that as well. The nickel album is just too nice for upgrades lately, and even though there are upgradable ones available, we're not finding those, and of course, we're not finding that 50D. We also failed to find any silver, so the 2021 silver jar will be a little sad about that, but that is nickel hunting. You never know what you're going to get in your boxes. You just got to hunt them and hope for the goodies. Hopefully you guys enjoyed this 2-box nickel hunt and album fill episode. If you did, I'd appreciate that thumbs up. And as always, everyone, Happy hunting, and thanks for watching.